Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Adobe Live. Thank you for hanging out with us today. It is good to see you all. I'm your host, Alexis Bustos, back for day 2 with Pablo Stanley. Pablo, how are you feeling about day 2?
Feeling good. Feeling, I don't know. I'm feeling hopeful. Is that a thing? Because so much work to do, so much stuff to do. So hoping that we get finished today. And also pretty excited for what we're going to learn because I'm actually learning a lot of stuff new. So I'm pretty excited for sharing all these things with people. Yeah.
I love it. I think that's exactly probably the feeling we all have on any given work day. A little bit excited, a little hopeful. Hopefully I finish all that work in a learning mindset. So perfect. I'm excited too. Yesterday, if you joined us with the at the stream, we did some awesome work in Fresco with Pablo Stanley, getting to check out some wireframing techniques and also doing some illustrations. And I think we're going to be able to jump back into Fresco and learn a bit more. So that's going to be exciting. But before we do that, let's check out the schedule for today and see what happened and what's about to happen after. Nice. So what do we got for the schedule? Let's see if I can see it. All right, so we had Alex come on and do getting started with some Illustrator. We did some creative challenges with Jason and Voodoo Val. Awesome. Photoshop, I love it. We did some hand lettering with Brianna, and then we did some creative challenges with Julia. Right now we're with Pablo doing some web design, and then after is our XD creative challenge, which we will be looking at after today's stream, or at the end of today's stream rather. So everyone make sure to do your creative challenge because you'll have Pablo Stanley and I getting to check it. And then after we'll have Jen and Andrew designing in the dark, which just sounds so spooky and so heady and so awesome. Get in there, watch that stream, and have a great Tuesday. So here we are, Pablo Stanley. What are we doing? What are we doing today? How are we going to evolve this design that we did yesterday?
So for those who were not here, for those who are here and just need a reminder. Oh, am I sharing my screen? Yeah. So yesterday we started a landing page for a product called Waves with Z, because we're cool. So today we're going to actually do some sketches on Fresco, because this landing page is going to be illustration heavy. There's going to be a lot of illustrations and doodles in this landing page. And so we're gonna go to Fresco, just finish some of the illustrations. I already started some of them, but I left some of them for us to do together, and then export it. We are going to export it to the computer, and then the computer on Illustrator, we're just gonna put everything together in vectors. So convert it to vectors. Then after that, boom, let's bring it to XD, and then start designing our landing page. And it's just basic stuff on defining some character styles, and actually just start creating the layouts with illustrations and the text. So yesterday, we actually put together some wireframes of what we wanted to do. So we wanted different sections. We were doing a hero section, a feature section in which we talk about a specific thing of the product, then some benefits, and a CTA just at the bottom. So we chose these 4. I think that's what we chose. We can change our minds. It's okay. But these are the ones we chose. And then this is the copy of the actual landing page. I just put it together here as text, just so we can actually start putting together the layout. But we might have to change some of the character styles later. So should we jump to Fresco?
Yes, absolutely.
Are we doing this? Is this how we're not pausing? We're just going straight into it? Yeah.
Let's go straight into it. Adobe Fresco into XD. Let's see. We have a lot to do. Let's start drawing. Chat. If you have tried Fresco, let us know. Let us know in the chat. Have you tried it? I know we have the XD stream is typically a lot of designers. Maybe they haven't touched Fresco yet. Here we go. We're about to get a pretty sweet tutorial.
Yeah, so right now I'm in Fresco. I've been actually super excited because I've been able to use it a little bit more. And let me show you what I already got. So like if we remember in the hero, we're going to put like some characters like
Mm-hmm.
playing some music because this is a music related
I
app.
love his pink jacket.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have three characters. I already sketched them. And I have another character that I didn't finish because, hey, let's do it together. So, and then we have on the feature section and the place where we talk about benefits, we wanted to feature like different people. So I started putting together some of them, vectorizing them, and then I left some of them to actually like so we can draw together. Okay, and another one at the CTA, we were thinking of doing something crazy, whereas like a little character that is holding like a box, like a container, and then in that container we're gonna put the text and the button, the CTA. But what if we like made a giant doodle that is holding that? So that was the challenge for us. So that's it. So before I start like doodling, let me explain to you what I did here. So we have actually 3 different layers. So let me turn this off. So I started with a sketching layer. This layer, I just started drawing with the pencil tool. So like the pixel tool. So this tool allows you to like, it actually looks like pencil. It's pretty cool.
Wow, yeah.
So I'm gonna turn it to black color so you can see it. But it gives you this texture that it's just like, I don't know, like, and you keep drawing and actually let me change the opacity of it here on the settings, and then you just change the opacity. I reduce the opacity that way so I can draw on top of it. But here on the full opacity, you can see like depending on the pressure of your pencil, like you can give it like it gives you this really wide range of like the size of the brush, but also the opacity of the brush, which I don't know. I love that because that's how it feels when you're actually drawing with on paper. You know, that's how it feels.
These look just like you sketched with a pencil.
Yes, exactly.
And they feel like that as well, it seems.
Exactly. And you tell your clients that you did that. You tell them, oh yeah, I did everything by hand. It was a lot of time, a lot of work, but actually you did it here. So that's but clients are gonna see this. Oh my God, we're getting the real deal. That's what they're gonna say. So yeah, I did the sketches first, and then I reduced the opacity. That's why you saw it that way before. And then I created a new layer, and in that layer, let's turn it on. I used the other tool that is a vector tool. So with the vector tool, now this is actual vector. So it's almost like now you're inking, you know? Now you first started with a pencil, and now you're starting to put together everything with a pen. So that's it.
That's amazing. And the fact that you can do it right on the screen, you know, this process before was a sketch on paper, an image capture, you know, bringing it into Illustrator. There's so many different ways this has bypassed that process.
What
is that like to you as an illustrator? Like, how does that process feel?
I don't know. It is, it gives me happiness. It gives me joy, and it fills my heart with the fussy things. It's just that I've been a designer for a long time. So this is, I've done what you said, where it's like, I do it on paper. Then before there's still scanners, but like taking a photo, it was just like a digital photo. There were no digital cameras at a high resolution. At least I didn't have one. So I have to use the scanner, and then from the scanner, like vectorize it. It was a whole process. And now everything is here. Oh my God. So much time. So and you're gonna say like, oh well, that allows you to save time. But when you save time, you still use the time that you had, but you use it to try different things. You use it to like explore, and you just like make more. I don't know. I'm excited about that.
I love it. So, we talked yesterday about the feature and you're going to show us in a second, I'm sure. But so many features when you're sketching on, on something like Fresco, you can deleting, erasing, getting rid of things is so much easier. And actually, someone in the chat, Austin, says that he says, well, listen, Austin, we don't know what your drawing skills are like, but he says he has kind of horrible drawing skills. And I, like we all do, especially designers. So Pablo, any recommendations on someone's trying to like a designer trying to learn how to sketch and create? I feel like this is a really great platform for them to learn. Would this make it easier?
Here is my advice to you. Practice. Just need to practice a lot. That's all. That's all we do. You just got to keep drawing. There's no other way. There's no shortcut. There's no magic formula to get better. It's all practice. It takes a lot of time and patience. That's all. Don't worry about it. Just keep drawing. Just keep drawing. Don't worry about it being, you're saying like, oh, it looks like poop. Well, it's okay. That's how we all start.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's supposed to look bad because you're starting. Keep going at it, and then you're gonna get better.
Yeah.
And so imagine if
the more
talent,
sketchy, the
talent
better. The more
is so overrated. Talent is overrated. You know what actually is valuable? Practice, perseverance. Like keep going at it. Talent. Whoever has the talent, a natural born talent to draw. You know what they do? They don't practice and they don't actually get better and then just like it gets stale. No, it's those who just keep working at it who get actually better. So don't try to take shortcuts, just keep working at it. Okay, let's get to it, okay?
Love it.
It sounded like I was mad.
I don't know if they can hear me or not.
Could it be that I didn't have my headphones on?
Yeah, I'm back. All right. Hey guys. Hopefully our audio got a little, a little better for you guys. We saw in the comments. We're back and we're drawing and we're going. And Pablo's giving us all the inspirational advice and motivating us to start drawing and moving forward and just drawing and being okay with it looking like crap. Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Go ahead, Pablo. It's okay.
We're good? Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Okay, cool. So let's take a look at what we're doing. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you about this. There's another layer that I hid. And then in another layer, I actually put all the color. So let me just hide the inking one and see in a different layer, I started putting all the color together. So that's another way for you to just like use a Fresco, just like in different layers, put the different stuff that you need. So here, let's actually ink this illustration. So I'm going to open my brushes, my vector brushes. And then here, I'm actually just going to use the basic round one, the one on the top, the one that I'm just starting. It's pretty good. This is exactly what I need. So I'm just going to start drawing on top of it. Look at it. See, people say like, hey, I want to get better. Just keep practicing. That's all.
Yeah, just a line connecting to another line.
Exactly. And something that I think I always recommend is try to do some warm-ups before you actually start inking stuff, because like it's almost like when you go running, you do a little bit stretching first, you do a little bit of warm-up before you go in a marathon, before you go on the long run. You don't want to hurt yourself, right? So that's something that you want to do also when you're drawing. You want to do some exercises, like some circles, some basic shapes, some lines here and there. And that's actually, oops, sorry. Let me, what if we do it like this? You like that?
Oh, wow, yeah.
This person is like wearing the coolest shirt. I don't know what this is. This is something with feathers or something?
It's definitely feathers. I can't tell if it's chest hair or just more feathers. I like it.
Oh, you're right. Hold on.
I mean, that might work. Who knows? Maybe
that might work. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's at Burning Man. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, and then it's playing the conga, la conga. So, which is like a bigger bongo. So it's a grown-up bongo. That's what the conga is. Yes. That's what I call it.
It's a full body experience for this musician.
Yeah, this person is just over it. Look at, oh yeah, and this person does not care for shoes. It's like, I'm too cool for shoes, my friend. And I would say,
Oh, absolutely. If you're playing the bongo, like you're not wearing any shoes. You got to
yeah,
feel the rhythm. Anyone who's been to any drum circle knows that.
yeah. It's like, yeah, come on, give me a break. So, so there you go. That was a that was a sketch. Now we can, something that I'm trying to do is using black and white as much as possible. So like fill like black spots. So I was thinking that just to give better contrast between the pants and this, I think I'm going to paint the pants black, and that will make the conga really stand out. So just like whenever you're painting stuff, like think about like also like how you can create contrast with your composition. So for me, like I try to like use like really dark stuff with really light stuff just to bring some of the elements up. And yeah, by the way, you saw something there that I'm doing, just like painting super fast, right? So this works really similar to how Photoshop paints too. I'm selecting the paint brush, paint bucket, and then I just like paint inside the elements that are already filled. So you want to, for example, a circle here. It's already closed, this circle, right? So let's draw it. And then if I fill, then it just fills that circle. But if it hadn't, it's a little bit open. You see the opening here, right? So if I fill, oh my God, everything is black now. So be careful with that stuff. This always happens to me. It's just like undo, come back, and try to find that spot where you need to fill up. And this saves you a lot of time because instead of like having to do this, you know?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, I think I need to do something, and I should show the touches, right? That way you can see the touches. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see my touches. Yeah. So
yeah,
okay.
It's great how it's Fresco is this perfect merge of Illustrator and Photoshop creation tool.
Exactly. That is a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. It draws from a lot of the properties and principles of both of those, and they just added a pen and made those brushes beautiful. And the complexity in the brushes, though, that was an Illustrator, that was there before. It just putting a pen in your hand to be able to work through some of these programs really makes all the difference, it seems.
I think it does. It really makes also your workflow pretty mobile, because then you can be out there, you can make a portrait of someone, be right there in context, in the place. Well, if you're allowed, because right now it's a little bit hard to be outside.
Take all the notes, you bring it to a meeting. It's a note. The question is, really, is Fresco going to take over as your new notebook? Who knows? Some people really love pen and paper still, especially I know a lot of designers who can't go anywhere without their little moleskin, and so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think that this is replacing that. I mean, for some people, like you're saying, whereas like some people, they just like that touch. But I would tell you this, that it feels like that. So no, so maybe you're right. It might replace it for some people,
We'll see. We'll see. Well, we can ask the chat. If you guys have any comments, is Fresco going to become your new notebook? We'll see. Let us know.
Look at this.
I think it's awesome. I love the idea we're also doing this without, if it feels as similar, it's great to save resources. I have a lot of notebooks stacked up that I just take up a lot of space, and I kind of go through every now and then. So
Alexis, help me with this character. How are we going to make this one? What are you proposing? So by the way, I'm only using like a template of all these, and then I duplicated it, and then on top of it, I draw like the hairstyle or make different things to it. So what do you propose?
Yeah, what if they had headphones on? So they're listening to
Headphones,
music.
of course. How did I miss that? So something like this, maybe big headphones,
Maybe they're
right?
like a DJ and they're listening to like a mix they made, and they're trying to, you've seen this guy, you see this person or girl walking around deep
Yeah.
into their mix.
Yeah. What do you think?
Nice.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
Maybe like you're saying, maybe they're really deep into it. So they're like with their eyes closed,
Mm-hmm.
And maybe what if they are like kind of like, they're kind of like whistling or something.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent.
All right. And then maybe the cable is like dangling on the side. This person is old school. It's like wireless. No, give me the cables.
Full wire.
Wires. Yeah. Okay, cool. That was a sketch. As you can see, I'm using a different layer. Now I'm going to move to the other layer in which I have my vector brush, and I'm going to draw on top of it. So let's actually turn it into actual. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be friends with this person. This person looks cool.
This person I feel like I want to be friends with. I feel like this person's pretty selective, just like they are with their music choice.
Yeah,
so
right.
We'll see. It'd be an honor, but who knows if she'd let me.
Exactly. That's why I want to be a friend with this person. It's not about this person. It's about me. I want to be recognized I want people to say, wow, Pablo's friends of that person. He must be cool too.
Love it. Yes. This person has excellent music taste. You could sense it.
Yeah.
This is the person you want to like back in the day where it would be like, I want to be friends with them because they could burn me really good CDs.
Oh yeah. We're not doing that anymore.
I wish we were burning CDs. Now it's sending playlists, right? No more digital. Now we have digital mixtapes. We don't need to burn CDs anymore, which I miss.
Remember that? Yeah, I know. CDs. It's well, for me, it was actually like even before CDs, I was doing like actual tapes.
Yeah.
That's how old I am. Like I was doing mixtapes with actual tape. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. We have it too easy now. Accessing music is too easy now. It used to be a rite of passage.
It was actually making one of those mixtapes. It was an artwork. It was a lot of dedication, a lot of work, because you had to, like, sometimes I will have to make those mixtapes listening to the radio. Remember the radio?
Mm-hmm.
There was no streaming service back then. It was all you have to like be there and waiting for the DJ to actually play that song that you really liked, and then hit record. Oops, what am I doing here? There you go. You like it?
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
love it.
There you go. What are we gonna call this person? You get to choose the name.
Oh, we get to choose names. You name all of them.
Yeah, they're real.
This guy. I mean, this guy feels like I want to call him like Santiago or something.
Santiago. I love it. Yeah. Do you like this color for the shirt?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep at it, and let's. I gotta be careful with the edges here, and I'm using a different brush, like a thicker brush.
Are you on a different layer? You're on like the color layer that you've created.
Correct. So you see how
I see.
Actually, I don't need the sketch layer anymore, I think. Oops. No. I didn't want that. Let's hide that. Let's bring the inking back. See, I don't need the sketch layer anymore. It's gonna be, oh no, I was painting on the ink layer. Good thing we caught it.
I love that. I love how they've done the layers with that. It's what's selected, not necessarily what's on top. That's nice. That's that's one thing I feel like that's the rite of passage with any Photoshop or Illustrator is getting those layers perfect. But I like this treatment, and it's so different now that there's the only way in is through this like single pen, right? So it's a little bit larger and easier to see these layers. I can imagine though, so these are four, you can see 4 layers here. I can imagine those could get pretty complex. It's cool to see that. It's cool to see that. I haven't seen that. Again, I'm also new to Fresco because Fresco's fairly new.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We have someone in the chat named Andrew just went Pablo with like 10 O's.
Oh, I mean, I usually write it with 9 O's.
Got it.
but I will appreciate the 10th one. Thank you.
You gotta count how many O's there are there.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay, you're going to say, Pablo, what happened there? Yeah, but that's why we have the eraser. And actually, we can make some room there. Look at that. And also, pretty cool trick here. You can just press and hold. Oh my God, hold on. Press and hold. And see, now you are, I'm using the color picker.
That's awesome.
Boom. Now I selected that color. Now I can paint with that color here. That's cool, right? Oh my God, this brush.
So easy. That workflow, really.
Yeah, it's you don't get to miss a keyword. Let's select this color again. You know what? I'm going to select a different brush. I'm realizing that I think the basic round, that's what I want. Just keep the basic round. There you go.
I can almost tell what the beat he's playing.
Oh yeah?
I can sense it.
Yeah, it is. Everyone is dancing around this person. That's what's going on. Okay, we're almost finished here. We're almost done.
Oh, we have a question. Craig's asking, so which tablet are you using? I'm assuming it's an iPad. Is it one of the newer ones?
Yeah, it is the iPad Pro, 12.9 inches, I think. That's what it is. Yeah, it's the iPad Pro. I used to do everything with. I used to have the what do you call it? The non-Pro, just the regular one. And that worked really well too. So I just like upgraded to the Pro one because the other one, because I just needed a little bit more space. But if you are on a budget and you cannot afford the Pro one, I can tell you the regular one, you can still do it with that one. And Fresco will still work on that. So yeah, I recommend just like, if you are into this, like seriously, and then at the end of the day, you also have an iPad and you can use it for something else, right? You can
exactly.
Watching movies and other stuff.
Oh yeah.
So want to show you a pretty cool trick. So you see that let's make it a little bit darker, a little bit more saturated. Boom. So just to add texture, sometimes I use the eraser and I'm going to just like add texture on this, like, and I'm going to just like add a doodle.
Oh, nice.
You know, all I did is just a squiggle around, and now it creates a really cool like texture on your pants, on the pants, whatever you're doing.
Those are rockstar pants now. They were just pants before. Now they're real. They're show pants.
They're rockstar pants. Yeah. Let's finish here. We're almost there. We are almost there.
And so the lines, the inking that you've done is all with a vector brush, right? Correct. And so that's the thing. So now, once we've done all these, it's going to be really amazing to just kind of see them float on over to where they need to be. It's one of those things that, again, I'm still like perplexed about. I'm like, this is amazing. These are like essentially, quote unquote, ready to go. Like, I'm sure, you could probably doodle forever on these, but like these could get over and I could put these on a site pretty quickly. Yeah,
exactly. And that's what we're going to do. Just going to put it. Actually, we need to put it first on Illustrator and then from Illustrator, put it on XD. Just going to do a little bit of cleanup in a moment. So, but yeah, pretty much what you're saying. Let's do a little bit darker skin here. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Sorry about that. But doesn't matter because you can undo at any time.
And
Okay,
quickly.
it's like cheating. We are cheating technically. Like people from the dark ages are gonna look at us and be like, this is dark magic.
Oh,
You
absolutely. This is magic.
You are a witch, and yeah, this is not allowed. But then they will use it and be like, okay, this is actually pretty cool.
Anything that would make someone a witch in the dark ages is probably the coolest person or the coolest thing right now.
Yeah.
You gotta, you gotta just keep going with the times.
What is the color of this person? Pink hair? Yeah. Is that what we're doing?
I see the pink. I see what you're doing with the pink. I like it.
Yeah, this one. All right. Oh, hold on. I was using
Pink's in. Everyone's dyeing their hair now because of quarantine. Pink is in.
Oh yeah, is that the thing to do? I didn't know.
I've seen a lot of my friends. Yeah, a lot of people who are dyeing their. I mean, I think a lot of people are doing a lot of things to keep themselves busy in quarantine. And you know what? Instead of dyeing your hair, you could grab an iPad, start drawing. Why not?
Yeah, I like the idea of painting my hair though. That's good for you. Whoever's dyeing their hair.
Yeah, Deborah says, "Don't call it cheating. Magic is okay though." Yeah, it's magic.
No, it's not cheating.
It's not cheating. It's magic.
It is just I don't know. Sometimes I was raised in a way that is like you have to feel guilty for everything you do. You know?
Yeah.
If you achieve something, it was not you. It was something else.
Right. Classic. Yep.
Yeah. So and if you whatever you do, it's not out of your merit. Like I don't know why I was raised that way, thinking that way, and that's just like then suddenly like, hey, something like this, you start using it, then you are like, yeah, this shouldn't be allowed. I feel guilty.
I hear that.
This is too easy.
Yep.
Or
that means you just found exactly what you're supposed to be doing. I think a lot of people don't find that. So
look at that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now we have the last one. The last one is remember this person?
Oh yes.
Let's draw it. So on this one, I actually have to do it in 3 different layers. Well, hold on. We're gonna do. Yeah. So let me see what we're gonna have to do. So let me do the sketching. We need 1 layer for the character, for the head and the body. That's 1 layer. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then there's going to be another layer for the nose. So body and head. These are going to be 1 layer. Another layer for the nose. Or actually the nose and then another layer for the hands.
Hands, yeah.
But maybe the hands and the nose actually can be just the same layer. The thing is that these 2 have to be on top of the container, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I saying?
No,
it can just be 1 layer. I was thinking that the container should be like an actual div, but why? It could just be a drawing too. It could just be 1 single layer. What am I? Yes, that's what we're gonna do. I'm sorry.
I thought maybe you were gonna maybe animate the nose coming over the card. I don't know. That's kind of where I thought you were going with that, but yeah, it can just be a drawing. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do a 1.
Let's do a drawing.
Yeah, but another way, like if you wanted to animate it and stuff, yeah, then you would need to do different layers, and that would have been actually pretty cool. But for later, for other people to do for homework, okay? So let's almost there. We're almost there. Let's go full black color. Let's start inking this person. Let's do a little bit of glimmer on their eyes. What do you think?
Yes. Love a little glimmer of hope. Maybe they're looking past this year into the future.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, oh my God. Look, another cool trick. You're going to love this one. So my lines are always, look at that. I mean, I didn't do too bad actually, but there's a function, if you press and hold, look at this.
Oh, I love this.
You know, if you want a straight line, but keeping that width of the brush, you can just like do that. So again, so you draw your line and then hold and boom. Adobe Fresco just does this thing where it turns it into a straight line. Let's redo that. And I actually like it a little bit imperfect.
I was going to say, like, there's more personality, I think, in an imperfect line. But
if you wanted that, you can totally do that. I like that. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh my God, look at that curve. That curve was not great.
Ooh.
And
it's a squiggly line. Cody says, I love the nose. Yeah, it's a great nose.
Thank you, Cody. The nose loves you too. Nose loves you back. Now let's okay, almost there. And
let's see, we have a Naif is asking about brushes in Fresco. We went through them. Can we create them as well?
I don't know if you noticed that, but I made the brush a little bit bigger just to be able to.
I saw that. Yep. So you can edit the current brushes that they give you.
You can make them, you can edit some of their settings. I don't know about creating your own though.
Right.
Maybe someone can tell us if that's possible.
Right. I think it was in reference to, you showed examples of blush yesterday, and I think there was a question around if there's the same kind of feature about creating your own brush strokes or creating brushes, and I think it doesn't seem like that's a feature yet.
It actually, like on the Pixel ones, there is. So you see this plus button on the bottom, so you can get more brushes there, or you can import from files. The Pixel ones.
Wow.
The vector ones, it sounds like no. That's still coming later.
Still in the works. Yeah.
Still,
great question though. Thanks for asking.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So let's clean up this drawing a little bit here. Just clean it up just a little bit here. Let's clean it up a little bit here. Oops, that was too much of cleaning. There you go.
Nice.
And let's go to the color layer. Or should we just leave it as black and white? I kind of like it black and white, but
make it black and white. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We are cool. We're ready to go. We have all of our layers. Now we want to put these on, we want to export it. So I don't know if you noticed this, but I press this button here on the top, and it gives me these options. I go to publish and export, and then I can export it, even just like publish it directly to Behance, but you can also select a specific file. So we're going to actually export this as a PSD. Actually, let's try PDF. Maybe PDF will maintain all the vectors. Yeah, let's try that.
Let's see it.
So let's name it. What should we name it? Let's doodles, music doodles. Okay. Music doodles, and then I'm just going to put these on my computer. I'm going to select my computer here using AirDrop. So I'm going to start sharing my computer because I don't think we're gonna need to see the laptop and that thing anymore. Okay, cool. You can see my laptop. Yeah, my computer.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let's take a look at downloads. There you go. Music. It's still importing. Sometimes my my AirDrop takes a little bit of time. It's syncing. It's doing its thing. Just gotta be patient.
Well, while it's syncing, I can remind the chat that in about 50 minutes, we'll be having a design feedback for your daily creative challenges. Anybody who is not sure what the challenge is today, check right above the chat. There is a challenge tab. Click it, and it'll give you all the instructions on where to go and what to do for your daily creative challenge. It's going to be great. We're going to review some today, Pablo. We're going to check out some challenges people have done yesterday and maybe a couple weeks prior. And we'll just see. They're just like little snippets of work that they can do. And they're pretty awesome and fun. And it's a great way to just kind of, you're talking about practicing, just great practice, especially with that's all design is, just practice.
Practice.
No such thing as talent. It's just practice.
I mean, talent helps too. But
yeah, like, but I mean, like, is anyone like born with the ability to be to do perfect, UX and UI work? Who knows? Maybe the new generation coming out right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's see what we got here. Look at this. So let's delete this. There's some layers there that I don't need. Oh, no, I do need that layer. Let's ungroup. So I put it as a PDF, and then PDF, apparently it does keep all of my layers, but we need to release clipping mask. Sometimes this PDF does this. So let's release those clipping mask. Let's see if we need more clipping mask. No more. And now everything is vector. Look at this.
Boom,
baby. Bow. Oh no, there's another clipping mask somewhere there. Release clipping mask.
Release the clipping mask.
Yes, it's like do you know the secret word to get the vectors? There you go. Look at that. Boom.
Wow.
Let's move it a little bit so I can select the other one. Let's group it. Command G. Select it, and then Command G. Look at this. Something that I love doing too that Illustrator has is, like, you see that this has a ton of vectors, right? Which is great because it has a lot of fidelity, but it also creates a really heavy file, right? Because all of that stuff is almost like having a lot of pixels.
Yeah.
So what you can do is use the simplify function from Illustrator, and that's what we're gonna do in a moment. So just to reduce all of this. And what I love is also that you can do this like with all your stuff. So now that I'm going to press, by the way, Command Shift H, and this just gives you a full-on canvas on Illustrator. If you didn't know that, you're gonna love this, because if you're not using artboards, you can just press that and then just use the full canvas. Okay, so now I'm going to select all of these, then right click, and then simplify. I love that the simplify functionality got actually pretty simple. That it was simplified, because it used to be like a big window with a lot of options, and they're like, I mean, if we really want to simplify, we should simplify the UI. So whoever made that decision under the design team, the product team, kudos to you, to the Adobe team who made that decision. Okay, cool. Okay, almost there. You see how actually it tells you how many vectors, like when you start like playing around with it. It takes a little bit. There are a lot of vectors right now, but look, now there you go. So, and you can see the difference here. A lot of that stuff, it's a lot of vectors. You can clean it up a little bit too, but let's do the last one. Just a little bit more cleaning. I think that's good. Nice. Actually, that was too far. Let's go one step before. There you go. Okay, cool. So now we could just copy paste to Illustrator. Should we just do that? To Adobe XD?
Yeah, try it.
I never done this. I'm a little bit excited.
As am I. The chat, are you excited? Yeah, I'm sweating. Here we go.
Okay, let's go over here. Command V. It's a lot of vectors. A lot of illustrations.
It's true. We could theoretically maybe one at a time. Perfect. Look at that.
Look at that. Ooh. And then let's Command G, and then your groups are still there.
Oh, love it. That was suspenseful. That was worth it.
Yeah, I was what if it doesn't work? But it did work. Okay, cool. So okay, let's see what we did. We finished the sketches on Fresco. We converted to vectors using Illustrator. We exported to PDF, and PDF will keep all the vector stuff. That's pretty cool. Now we are going to put it together here, like using some of this copy. Okay, so actually these images are a little bit too big, so I'm going to just like shrink them down a little bit so I can start using them on my design. There you go. Now let's just start putting together our landing page. No, before we do that, I want to show you something that I usually do before I start like a web project like this. And this is defining my text styles. So on this, I think we're going to use 3 levels of headings and then just paragraph text. I already started putting this, but I like using something that is called like a type scale, like a scalable. And I use a tool on the web that is called type scale. So type-scale, and it allows you to use different scales on. You put a base size, for example. Let's say that you put a 16 pixels. That's your base size. That's usually your paragraph text and your list and all that stuff. Your body text, and then from there you say like, okay, this is the base, and then from there like how it grows, right? And it can use a different scale that is like a multiplication of this by something else and then this by something else. So for example, by 1.4. So 16 by 1.4 gives you 22.6. And then 22.6 by 1.4 gives you this number. And so it goes like that. And then it creates this really beautiful scale on your on your text. So you can select different ones here. I wonder, is there a plugin that does this? There should be an Adobe XD plugin that does this.
I hadn't seen one. Chad, if you've seen a type scale sort of plugin, let us know. I haven't. I usually will refer to this page exactly.
Somebody should be building this if it doesn't exist. That will save you a lot of time. But okay, yes, so we start at, I'm actually going to start with a base of 14 pixels. And then after that, we see that the heading 1, this will be my biggest heading. That's at 79. So let's go over here and let's just start defining it on Adobe XD.
And why did you go with that scale specifically?
Oh, yeah, I like this one. It creates enough contrast between each level, you know? Like some of these, there's not enough contrast. Like this and this look too close to each other.
Yep.
I like that dramatic contrast between the types. So if I'm going to combine this and this, I want people to understand what is the hierarchy there. So I like that one, augmented fort. But if you want to go like full on crazy, go with the golden ratio and then something like, look at that. But I think augmented fort is good enough. So 79 points. This one, I already created one here, but let me delete it and just start from scratch. Let's go over here. I'm going to be using Avenir as my main typeface. So I'm just going to change it here to 79, heavy. And now I'm going to add it here in my character styles. So awesome. It added one, but I'm going to rename it just so I know what I'm doing here. So let's call it, oops, sorry. No, actually I want to rename it, not edit it. Yep. Rename. And then I'm going to keep the number there, but I'm going to just call it H1. And then next one, see, one, this should be 56. There you go, we already have it. Let's add another one. This one is going to be called H2. So rename and H2. Now let's just do one more, okay? One more, 56 and then 40, almost 40. Let's just round it to 40. This one, or H3. 40 over here. And look at that. We're gonna have our pretty cool augmented character styles. Let's rename this to H3. H is for heading. So heading level 1, heading level 2, heading level 3. Basic stuff on the web. Okay, cool. So we have our stuff. And now, you know what? I want to also the body text. In the body text, realizing that for copy on a landing page, usually you want it to be like 16 or 20. So what was her base? It was, so maybe
I think your base was like 14.
Yeah, so like, and the next level after that is 19.8. So let's put it at 20. So, okay, 20 is going to be my copy text, which is not my body. It's more like just a landing page. I want it to be like actual, oops, sorry. My copy text just to be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more prominent. Right. Okay, but usually my actual body will be 14 pixels on the UI and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So should we start putting together stuff?
Yeah, love it. I love it. And I love you work, you know, a lot of people, I don't know about you, Chat, but I think it's important to remember this upfront work. And a lot of people, you know, some people have different ways of doing it. This is Pablo's. This is one of those things that once you do it and then it's done, do all this work up front, then you can just click over to those character styles throughout the entire time you're designing, and you'll always have that exact same format that you came up with at the beginning. Really important. Really great to see.
Yep. Okay, cool. So I just applied all the styles to these.
Nice.
Look at that. And now this is I create a new artboard, and then in this artboard, it's going to be my hero section. And I'm just going to grow it and then put the other sections there. But let's just start like with that. And let's, how do I turn into a box? I think I just put it here, right?
Yep.
And then I can make this a little bit bigger, just to allow the text to show. Maybe we want it like this, so it's 2 lines like that. And realizing that maybe the height of this should have been maybe around 88. There you go. Yeah, usually with big headings, your the line height usually should be reduced because they're already big and there's a lot of space between them because they're like big letters. So you can reduce the line height. Okay, cool. Let's center it to our artboard, and let's just start putting together those illustrations. What do you say?
Nice. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
this is what we're here for.
Let's take a look at our wireframe. Like it was like 3 characters just like doing crazy stuff together. That was our really basic doodle that we made yesterday. So now let's make it a reality over here. Okay, so let's put together this person, this other person here. Let's put them on all the way to the back. It looks like I need to add a white layer on below this, because you see that you can see the element behind. So we need to add a white layer behind it, unless we don't. No, actually, we might not need it. Look at that.
There we go.
If something like that happens, just be lazy and find a way that you don't have to work. Usually that's, yeah, just hide it. No, we're actually gonna need it. So yeah, that's okay, because XD has a pen tool, and I can just go ahead and add like a layer below that is going to be covering this part that doesn't have any color. Oh yeah. Let's just cover the whole thing just in case. Okay. Because later I'm going to be like, oh my God, I should have covered the whole thing. There you go. If you're going to do something, do it well. Right?
Wise words.
Like, don't just like do halfsies of it.
No, we do the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, how do you remind me, how do I turn this into, oh, that was easy. I just press Option, and then it turned it into a curve that is disjointed, or whatever you call it. Okay, cool. Let's fill it up with white. Let's remove the stroke. Let's cut it. Let's get inside this folder, this group. Let's paste it, and then let's put it all the way to the bottom. Boom.
Yeah.
Now I can move it around, and it's okay. You don't get.
Now the drum is not see-through.
Drum is not see-through. For some people, they will be like, but I would like that. Okay, cool. So this is starting to look cool. Should we put like some basic shapes behind, just like to create a? Just to put them together. That's what.
Yeah, I love the basic shape idea, and it's very retro looking, 90s looking. Totally fits in with the vibe. If anyone's just joining us, which you very well could be, if you're joining us from on Behance or maybe on YouTube, welcome. We are currently building out a landing page for a music sharing product. Would you say, Pablo? Music sharing, music player,
collaborative music sharing product.
Love it.
That it's invented.
Perfect. All the right buzzwords. It's all ones we need.
Exactly.
And we are here, and we've just now come over into XD, and are placing these amazing illustrations that we did in Adobe Fresco, and also we did a lot of wireframing in Fresco as well. That's something that I didn't even realize we could do, and go for it, and we did. So welcome. If you are joining in from YouTube, we love YouTube. YouTube's great. If you want to get in on the conversation that's happening in the chat right now, and if you want to see these projects live, come to Behance. Come on over. We like you. And these, wow, I really like the colors of these shapes a lot.
Yeah, and all I'm doing is just like taking colors of the illustration and then just like bringing them down a little bit. So this color, I think I took this color from the pants, and all I did was just like make it a little bit lighter. And let's do a rhombus. What do you say?
Oh,
should we do a rhombus? And usually for the rhombus, we could just do a square, remove this, let's add a color. Let's add, what if we add the pink? The pink, and then make it really light around there. And then we rotate it. And now it's a rhombus. It's not a square anymore. Shapes.
It's really shaping up over here.
Yeah, shape up. There you go. I like it. What do you think? Yeah?
Oh, it looks so good. So good.
So give me an understanding of how can, actually, I want to change the heaviness of this. Let's try black. I think that, like that. There you go. And let's, ooh, what did I do? I did not intend to do that. No! Hold on, the spacing between these two, I think it could be a little bit improved here. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Let's center it again. Let's, these people look cool. I'm liking it. Now, how can I add like a grid? Is there any way I can see a grid or something?
Yes, you can. If you actually go over to, over to the side. Yep, there you go. Grid is right at the bottom.
There you go. Let's turn it on. And let's say that 12 columns. Let's actually, we need 4 columns. That's okay. And column width, I suppose. Hold on. What is so the size of the container is fixed? Oh, viewport height. No,
it's not fixed.
Okay, what if I wanted this to be 960 or 1024?
So if you want to actually change it, it's just go all the way up, all the way at the top. Or you can even change the viewport. Like if you expand it, you can actually move where that fold ends up. So you can do it manually, or you can do it up right here, right where you were up top, below component.
Below component. Hold on, where? Like here?
So
but that's. Oh, I meant as in the size of the actual grid. This should be 1024, for example, or 1080 or something. No way to do that, because it looks like it has a default one.
It sure does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So what we can do is turn it off, and then
we'll look into that.
Just like something like that. Now let's add a head, like a quick heading. Sorry, a navigation bar. So it's called Waves with Z.
Because it's cool.
Because it's cool. Let's add a little bit of letter spacing. What do you think? Because again, it's cool. Wow, that was a lot.
Oh yeah, that looks like something that could live in San Francisco for sure.
Yeah. Let's add some about. Let's add more layers. What do you think? Product and features. Yeah, you like that?
Oh, yeah.
And let's turn them into medium. And let's do one button that is sign up. Let's put it on the bottom. Let's keep an 8 pixel grid spacing. Oops, sorry about that. Like, well, more like, I suppose, 4 pixel. Let's see, 24 on the side. So there you go. So 24 on the sides and 12 and 12 on the top and bottom. So now let's add a little bit of rounded corners over here. Over here, let's put 4 pixels. And actually, let's change the fill to be black. I don't know if you noticed, but you already noticed, I use just black and white. I don't use a lot of color.
I mean, you know, the colors in the illustrations. There's something to the simplicity in letting those colors pop for you.
You
think
get
there's.
me.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm a big. I like this. I like simplicity. I like the. You know, designers wear black for a reason. We want to showcase other features.
Yeah. How do I create? I remember that there's a new functionality of like stacking.
Yes.
So press Command G.
So yes, so we'll group them first, yeah, and then yep, there you go, stack. Oh, can you select? Can you check that box? Go back.
Manual. No. Oh, I have to check it first.
Check the box, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I did not know that. The other day I was like trying to press it, and I was like, "What is going on?" So you have to check it first to say turn on the stacking. And now, how much spacing is between them?
So I'm sure right now it's just whatever you put. If you want to like edit the padding, you can. There you go, 36, 37.
But
pretty close.
37.
36. It doesn't do it auto. I think if you hit padding, you can actually put it in. I don't think it does it automatically. Because it's whatever you've set it as, but you can actually go in and like edit those individual.
Gotcha. That is the padding of around it. But I want to see if I could change the spacing in between. But okay, close enough. Okay, cool. Let's center this. Let's give this, I think this should be also 36. There you go. We have our navigation. It's looking okay. It's looking good. I like it. Now, let's go to the next section. What do you think?
That sounds good. Sounds good. We're crushing it with time. You got plenty left.
Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good, right? Look at that. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's bring the elements together. Let's what if we do something crazy? Crazy. Well, we'll do something crazy later here. For now, let's keep moving.
I actually figured out how to adjust the actual padding between. You actually select, so you want to click into the group, right? And so you have that red, that red mark, right? So hold that down, hit shift to select, and then kind of hover over to the next one. There you go.
I see.
Now you can.
Okay.
So that's the question though. Is it set before it does that to, I think that's the thing we need to ask. We'll ask XD if it has to be like set perfectly before you start arranging it. But okay. Now we know.
I see. Thank you. Okay, we have another section. And for that, we have like characters and then play UIs, like a play interface below them. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
We designed that together. So now we have our little characters here. We need to choose 3. Which ones should they be?
Love it. Okay.
I think we need this one.
Most F. Punk rocker for sure.
Punk rocker.
Some of your homage to your roots. I also like the colors you use for like the shirts, and it's not hard to pick. There's only 3 of them, right?
Oh, you're right, because now this like too much black and white. Let's do this person, and let's do the penguin that you added. What do you think? Yeah,
love it. Yep.
You like it? This. All right, let's align them. We're gonna do a stacking later. Let's put them over here, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. So okay, so we need like a little player thingy. So let's just start designing it. What do you think? And then we need a triangle. Well, we need a circle. Let's do this. What is the height of this? Let's do it 120. I like the sound of that, 120.
Love it.
Then let's add, no, that's not what I wanted. How do I draw a circle? It's E for ellipse. That makes sense. Just one of the
ellipses, right? Yeah.
Ellipse. And then let's keep it locked. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Look at that. Boom. And now we need a play triangle. Play button. It's going to be like a triangle. Un triángulo.
Yep, we're also learning Spanish in the stream.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it into a Spanish class too.
Double header.
Yes. So usually you see that it looks weird, right? It is actually perfect. It's perfectly centered. But optically it looks weird, right? And that's because the triangle has more weight on this side. So it looks like it is too far to the left. So we want to actually move it just a tiny bit. Now it's starting to look better, right?
Yep.
Maybe around here. But if you see the actual spacing, here's 32 and over here is 23. It's just like it's something weird with our eyes that we want. The balance is not just a specific sizing. It's actually also how our eyes perceive just the weight of elements.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's why you can't always rely on the pixels.
Yes. You gotta trust your eyes too. Trust your gut. So let's add a little player here, like a little, what do you call this little thing?
Progress bar?
Progress bar. I love it. Yeah.
Progress bar? Yeah. Music? Sure.
E for ellipse. And then let's have 32 pixels. This one should be maybe 8 pixels. Yeah. Let's center everything. Everything. There you go.
Nice.
We're starting to put together this thing. Should we add a name? Should it have a little name?
Yeah. Do we want to use a real song, or is it that copyright?
Well, it's
should we make one up?
I think we can make our own. Ooh. Come on, we're creative people.
Let's call it let's see. Why don't we call it something like really like out of nowhere, like to the left by the couch cushions or something. Can you tell I'm just looking at my living room? something silly.
Okay. So you said cushion what? Couch cushion?
Yeah, couch cushions. That sounds like an indie band. Right?
I would totally check out this band.
You should listen. Have you heard of the Couch Cushions? Yeah, that's totally a band.
I love it. Yeah. That sounds totally real. Okay, the Couch Cushions, and they have a song that is called Give Me the Chill. Because they're the couch cushions, and they're there for you to chill. And they have a song that is not grammatically correct, but it's cool.
Let's see if the chat can help us out with the next set. Chat, if you have any really great band names that you've just been sitting on, waiting to use, throw them out there. And give us a song as well. I used to have a list of band names that I'd want. There's some. I'm trying to think of some.
So remind me, you play an instrument?
I do. I'm actually in a band. You can use one of our band name. Yeah.
Was this all just a way for you to just like promote your band? It was all
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. This is totally
Now
premeditated.
I understand
I was
what is
waiting for
going
this
on.
exact moment to
It's
be
like,
able
oh,
to
by the
clip this
way,
music.
I
By
have
the
a
way.
band. By the way, you can listen to us on Spotify. Just look
Oh,
for
yeah.
Wow, Wow, Wow. What is the name of your band?
No. Okay, so here we go. The name of the band is Subpar.
Subpar. Okay.
Subpar. Below average. We're not very good. You cannot find us on Spotify. It's more of a jam band, but we love our name. Subpar.
I love it. Yeah. Okay, so let's well, before we move on to the actual to create a new one, let's actually start styling it. So maybe, you know what? Maybe we want to duplicate this and then make this a separate element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. And then this is around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give this oh, what I do? I do not want to do that.
I think you hit preview. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so my computer, the keyboard on my computer is all messed up, so I cannot use the command key on the left. It's so annoying.
That's a practice of dexterity for sure.
So whenever I'm missing out on some of the keyboard shortcuts, it's because I'm trying to do it on the right side because there's another command key on the right side, but it's kind of difficult sometimes. So
you're just working out your other side of your brain while you're
it's been, my brain has been just like having a hard time trying to understand what is going on. It's like, why you taught me for years to use the other hand for the command key, and now you just like out of nowhere just want to use the other hand and the other side. Come on. That's my brain talking to me.
Keeping it fresh. You're keeping it fresh.
Exactly. Good. So okay, should we use some color? Or should we use black and white? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, maybe black and white. Just and maybe the progress bar is the only need for color. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can make it work with just black and white. Then this one is just going to be, and let's make it a little bit bolder. 2 pixels, baby. Boom. And then this one is also, let's go with 4 pixels, black. Boom. Oh, the only one that is actually going to need some color, and let's remove the border here. Let's remove the borders here. It's the actual, how much is progress, this one. So we get to be creative here. What a pink? Are we going with pink? Is that what I'm here?
Go pink. Ooh.
Look at that. Let's add a little bit of, should we add a little bit of shadow? Boom. Ooh. But the shadow is 100% and has no blur.
Ooh.
So now it's just like a straight, like, look at me shadow. It's like,
look at that.
Let's remove this
Talk
border.
About an optical illusion.
Yes. And let's, oh, it's 3D. I didn't know we're making it 3D.
Oh yeah.
Let's make it 8 pixels. Let's go over here. -8 pixels. Boom. And then I think this border should be, instead of only 4, 2, let's make it 4. Look at that.
So,
I don't know
what that kind of looks like. You know what this looks like is kind of looks like a tape.
That was intentional.
Tape cassette vibes. Of course it was.
Totally intentional.
Yes.
It was
subliminal messaging.
Yeah.
I think everything is going to go back to tapes.
Yeah, with how the world is going, I would not be surprised if something like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
So maybe, let's try what was the name? Remind me.
Subpar.
Subpar, like that.
Yep.
3 words.
3 words.
What is the name of your hit?
Let's explore your space.
Explore your. Is that really a name? The name of what it sounds?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So,
Well, our tagline is exceeding expectations because we're subpar. Do what you love, guys. You just gotta. We have some suggestions actually in the chat though for some names. Here we go. Ooh, this one's real. This one's good. The band name I assume is The Nocturne, and the name of the song is Lullaby. Wow, love that. You got another one that says Pablo's Dream.
I love that.
Love that. That's it. That's all. Let's see. Pablo's Dream. The Booptastic Prototopia. I don't know if that's the name of the band or the name of the song, but then the next line is XD Blues. I like that too. That's some deep cut of something. Nice, guys. Nice. Good job, chat. Any other band names? Throw them in there. I love band names. I had what about? It's just fun to look around. You know, everyone has that band name they created in middle school that they love. And like, we're gonna make that. Oh, that's a great band name. It's never that great. What you had a band or you played? No, that's wrong. You were into punk rock, and you did play. So what was your band name again?
It was the Dead Stanleys. Well, it is. We're still playing. We just got back. We're old and fat, and just like our dreams are broken. And we decided to come back to do the things that we used to do when we were young. Hold on. Remind me, how do I do the spacing in between?
Did you stack it?
I need to stack it first. Okay.
So yeah, group it, stack it. Yep.
Stuck it. Let's stuck it. And then how do I do that again?
You should be able to select that. Yeah, that in between, and I hit shift. There you go. So now you have both.
Let's do 80 pixels in between them.
There you go.
All right.
Cool.
Let's center the whole thing. Boom. And I think I'm liking this.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm liking this.
I think we all like it.
So this one was like, choose the perfect beat. I think that's what it was. Yeah, choose a perfect beat. And then some text here. And then maybe we have the learn more here. Yeah, liking that. So let's go back to our character styles. Let's use an H2 on this, or should we use H2? And then our text should be copy. Let's center it. This one, I think it's already copy. Nope, it's not. Let's keep it as it was. Now let's center the whole thing. Boom. Let's give it some white space. Never be afraid of the white space. Just like give it some space and give some room to breathe. Like one mistake that I always see is just like putting everything so close together. Like and open a website and then everything is just like this. And it's like no. You come on, give it some room. What is going on there? Look, the feet need some room. Okay, give the feet some room. So don't be afraid of the white space. Look at that now. Oh, the feet are happy now because they have room to breathe. Okay, cool. So let's go to, let's go to the next section. The next session we're doing the Brady Bunch thing. We're doing like little squares with little play buttons.
Yeah.
And I suppose like a little.
Right. It was supposed to be kind of like a drum machine or something. So maybe that was where the text was, or maybe I forgot what the copy was for this section.
Yeah. So let's see what the copy was. I think at the end it was just like something that was not really related.
Right. Collab like, anywhere. Yeah.
Collab. Yeah, we're keeping that copy. Now let's make this a little bit bigger. Now something that you can do is just to create a little more contrast between this section and this section. I think the white space is enough, but if you want to, you can just like add a background color to it. Just like add a big rectangle. Boom. Giant rectangle. Put on the bottom, change the color of it. Let's do a little bit of like a light teal. Don't overdo it, just enough. And actually now the white UI on
Mm-hmm.
this like actually really stands out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because before, and even this button is like standing out really well.
See,
So now
you use color. Look at that. You're not afraid of it. You said you use only black and white. There's a little bit of blue right there.
there is some, yeah, there's some stuff there. Okay, so now let's put 180 and 180 pixels. I like the sound of that. Boom, boom, 180 on both top and bottom. How do you like that?
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
Now let's put it closer to this, to the edge of the fold. There you go. Cool. Julio Iglesias.
Mm-hmm.
What's next? Collaborate anywhere. That's what we're doing. So, well, we don't need this, not just yet. Let's bring these people. Well, now we only have 4 doodles, but I feel like we can reuse some of the other ones. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This can be around. Oh, love it.
Yeah. So let's bring this and this. Let's put them over here. Yep. I'm telling you, my keyboard shortcuts are not getting that good because.
Yeah, is it stuck? Is it just sticky? Just
well,
fully?
The one on the left, it is, but I just like my brain. It's just like saying, Pablo, you
just cannot compute.
Yeah,
don't know where button is.
You're asking too much of me. What is this? You know what? Hold on. This and this person were already there, so maybe we put them on the bottom. That way, we don't get to see them like repeated so quickly. Some spacing with the. There you go. Now, let's move these people down here. Let's try to make our drum machine thingy. And for that, I think we're going to have to use some masking. So you're going to have to remind me how to do a mask. But I was thinking that also maybe the heads are sticking out. Hear me out. Hear me out. You know what I'm saying already, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. So let's do black border, like straight up black border. Can I copy the style of this little dude?
Yeah, I like that.
Edit, copy appearance. Where is copy appearance?
Ooh, you mean the style? Ooh, that is a.
Then edit, paste appearance. There you go.
There you go.
That was easy. Easy peasy.
That is a pro tip right there for anybody who is creating, and I feel like copy paste styles was always something that when I learned it, I was like a wave came upon me, and I was like, no, why haven't I been doing this the whole time?
Yeah.
So if anyone's like that in the comments, if you're having that feeling, congratulations.
Boom. And who needed masks when we just can use the Pathfinder? Boom. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
Look at these guys. Look at these little humans.
Let's make them bolder, and let's make this all the way to 12. No, 12. I said. 2, 3, 4, 12. Oh man, this person needs to go over here. There you go. Let's do another button. Let's create a stack. I guess that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Let's create a stack. Command G first, then a stack.
So are those grouped with the actual square? Are those?
How do I, again, you know what? I don't need a stack. What am I doing? I just need to place them, like go over here and say like, hey, just give me the same spacing in between them, and that's all, right? That's all we needed.
Stacks would come in handy. Yeah, exactly. Stacks come in handy more if you needed to rearrange all of them for something for a different look, or maybe whatever. They're pretty stagnant. You're pretty good.
Okay, and I'm realizing that these should be a little bit rounder, you know, so they look more like clicky buttons. Mm-hmm. And let's see, we're almost there.
Yep, we got about 3 minutes until we give some feedback to someone. But you know, we can always come back, and you can, you know, tidy up if you want, and we'll definitely probably end on your screen so that we can do a nice little recap. But we got pretty far, and I don't know. I have full faith in what can happen in 3 minutes. So
yeah. Okay, hold on. Yes, create the beats together. That's where we're going to go with. Boom. Then, you know what? Let's reuse this UI. Let's put it all the way on the top. Maybe not exactly what we wanted to do, but what we can do right now. Let's ungroup. No. Command Shift G. We don't need you, and we do need. I could have just selected it, but no, I wanted to go the hard way. And let's make this box a little bit. No. Well, let's make it responsive, and let's put it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Oh, how can I pin this to the left? Okay. Let's change just the size of this. There you go. And subpar, it's there. It's ready to be played. And then you can mix some samples on top of it. And you can press these buttons, and then it will create some music on top of it. And let's add some colors on some of them. Yes, I'm not afraid of color anymore. Let's go with this. Let's add another color here. Let's what do you think? Should be yellowish? No, it's already yellow behind. So let's
go. Oh, the blue, that dark, that great, that purple look nice.
Real nice. What goes with pink? A green, I suppose. Yeah, not a big fan. There you go. Yeah, that kind of like tealish seafoam green, I guess. And I would usually also add the white stuff here, so it looks let's go like reddish. Yeah, of course. And last one. What is the color of this one? Yeah, you like that? No, it's too close to the other one.
It's pretty close, but I like it against the yellow, so that works.
Okay, cool. So, and realizing what happened here. Why is there that's what's going on. This one should also be black, and then it should grow. There were 2 layers. Now let's align it. Boom. Usually you want to do this the right way. We're doing it the wrong way.
Sometimes the fast way. We're doing it with the getting through it. We're getting moving.
Okay, cool. And last but not least, we center it when we're good. And I think we can go over that, and I can on the side maybe finish this little dude. What do you think? No, we can do it. Come on, give me 1 more minute. We can do this. Yes.
Go for it.
Yes.
We know that'll actually help someone in our chat. If you have a creative challenge, it's time to submit, and we're gonna give you a little more time. Aaron, I'm looking at you. You could do it. You can get through it, man. Go for it. See what you can do. Pablo's gonna just wrap this last one up.
Look at that. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Let's center it. Let's group it. Let's center the whole thing. Let's center this drawing to the artboard. This, I like it. What do you think?
Looks awesome. Oh my gosh, look at that guy. I love that guy. This is really giving me a flashback to tape cassettes and doodling on my desk and sharing music like that. You've definitely captured a vibe here. Awesome. Yeah. Well, that's the time for us to be checking out someone else's design really quick, but we will come back to Pablo and we will wrap up with him properly. So why don't we check out some of your work, you guys. And if anybody anybody is wondering where to find creative challenges, look no further than Behance itself. So Behance, right up at the top here, has an awesome new tab called Creative Challenges. And this is where you can find a lot of the already done creative challenges. Let me just open this up a little bit more. Again, we have right now we're in the XD, and we'll be looking at your XD, and we also have Photoshop, Illustrator, great challenges. And some people have made some amazing case studies using their Adobe challenge. And yes, the challenge is supposed to be completed in a limited amount of time, but some people go back and make them even better looking and make them pretty and beautiful, and can actually live as a piece of work on their portfolio. So check that out. This is where you actually find the actual creative challenges. Today we'll be talking about stacks. And and we may not see some, just because the people I saw in the chat didn't get all of their projects in, and that's okay. That's okay. So let us check some out. One way you can really get involved with the community is over on Discord. So on the challenge tab, there is a Discord that you can join, and that is where I'm going to be sourcing a lot of these files. So let's check one out. Awesome. So cool. Wow. I'm always amazed, you guys, what you guys bust out for your creative challenges. Looks like this is a finance app. And again, if you didn't get the one for today in, it's okay. We're going to go back in the log a little bit and check out some previous challenge. Tomorrow or the next day or the next day after that, they will look at those challenges. So always keep submitting whenever, and there's moderators to always be looking at your work. But let's check this out. It looks like we have a cryptocurrency transaction/wallet app. Very cool. Wow, this is awesome. Well, this is really cool. Man, cryptocurrency is really the future here. Okay. Very cool. So right off the bat, love the case study. I think it's super clean. I love that you added a quick video of everything working and showing a lot of the movement and the interactions. Very cool. That helps. Always helps. Strong case study. And I like, a lot of people don't necessarily need to put them on, mock them up on a phone or anything. That's definitely taking it a step beyond, but it really does add something extra to anybody who's viewing your portfolio. There's a little bit to be said about some of your spacing, some of your text, like right here. Let's try to find a full on. Here we go. Ooh, hello. So let's see. So you did a great job with a lot of your text sizes, but I'm checking out, I can see request and send. There's some text underneath that are pretty small and it's pretty hard to see, and all the way down to the names. I'm not sure, even from this view, it's a little small, but I think, so just kind of keep an eye on that. And then there's some, some spacing up top that could probably be brought down a little, like this name. Overall though, I think it looks awesome. I think it's a really cool concept that you're working with. And I think, yeah. Pablo, I don't know if you can see my screen, if you have any feedback for this person.
Oh yeah, I can see it small.
Okay, right.
But yeah, so explain to me, this was done today? This person just did this today? So
this could have been done, this seems like somebody took one of the challenges and elaborated on it. So maybe they created this, maybe a small portion of the walkthrough in a day, or within usually it's even less than that. And maybe it's a limited amount of time, and maybe they expanded upon it and then they resubmitted it. Gotcha. But yeah, this came from a concept that one of the designers with Adobe created for this, because people, a lot of people, everyone just runs with it and they make awesome stuff. So a lot of these elements may be shared across different people's work, but it's a way for them to practice and make a concept their own.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love all the detail. I love the presentation, the colors used. I don't know. I think it's a pretty solid work. So, congrats! Wow.
Congrats! Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's great. I love the cards up here, and what I really like I'm a sucker for these micro interactions, is this the pagination here. It's like, it's super fun to, I can tell it's going to be really fun. So great job. We're going to take a look at another project right now. Looks like, yeah, so right now we just have the image. So again, like, you're not necessarily required to put it on a mock it up on a phone. You know, we want to just take a look at your screens and see where, you know, where you are and where you are with your visual styles, as well as kind of thinking through some UX skills. So we're going to take a look at this. Okay.
Yeah. This one, I think, I mean, what caught my attention right away was the blurring on that interaction with the window that pops up. I feel, I don't know, it's too distracting, and it should be the opposite, right? Whereas like the blurring should just blur out and not call your attention. And I suppose maybe it's not just the blurring, but maybe it should be like even a softer blur, like even go crazier with the blur, or maybe like also the opacity, like it's I suppose there's a white overlay too, or like a white fill. Maybe go a little bit like lighter on that, just to because like even the button and the card, there's not enough contrast between the X and the card when they are on top of each other. So like I don't know, like I just create more contrast there and make that card, that background look less grab less attention. And,
yes, absolutely. These definitely blend, and really kind of that blur effect really can like either I'm actually very interested in what's going on behind the blur. You know, there's a way to use blur that if you use it subtle enough, the viewer doesn't really notice it. The other thing to be said is using a lot of I'm thinking maybe the use of gradients is also kind of, things are morphing together a little bit, especially on this screen specifically, right? You have like gradient peeking through from the card onto the button itself with the X, which is white, and then all the way come down all the way to the bottom. Yeah, there's that background probably is like the biggest place you can put your efforts, or, you know, working on that blur. How do you feel, Pablo, about these the send and success buttons down here?
Yeah, I think I wonder, I don't know if that's how these usually work, but should you still be seeing the navigation, the tab navigation? Shouldn't that window be on top of it? Maybe I'm wrong on that. And because maybe that will be the best place to put that send and success buttons, like right at the bottom. On top of that, tab navigation. Maybe that tab navigation should be below, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you shouldn't lose context on that. We'd love to know the thinking behind it. I think the send button is a little bit too tight. On like the spacing on the top and the bottom. So like maybe it could make it a little bit taller, and that way the hit area is a little bit easier to hit, and it's like and don't be afraid to make it a little bit bigger. It's your main call to action, so it's okay to go a little bit bigger. That's all. And you feel it in the icon. It feels like too close to the edges. That just makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah, the kids like, ooh, something's up. I
example,
like what you said. It's your what's your main call to action? Yeah, like don't be afraid to make that a prominent feature.
For example, the X, the button on the top, and like that one has enough padding. Around the X, there's a lot of padding, and I think the button on the bottom doesn't share that padding on the top and bottom. That's all. Oh my God, what's going on with me?
Absolutely. Yeah, really great. Really, really great points. Good work so far. Yes, work on the padding, you know, even kind of here with your favorites. And there's some moments here where things look a little bit off in terms of the amount of spacing you give things. Making that cohesive, kind of coming up with the standard at the front will help the entire experience look like one experience. So
you know, I feel like the padding there, it's actually too much between the cards.
Yes, exactly.
It feels like they could be a little bit closer. Also on the screen on the far left, on the rows, the padding or margin between the spacing between the elements, between the cells, that could also be a little bit tighter, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's great padding like right here next to the card. Like that's a good example of a good use of that space, right? You can kind of, you see it peeking out, but it's still tight enough where things feel like together. And we're not seeing that being repeated in all these different other card forms and spaces in between. So yeah, just a little note. Otherwise, really great. I love when people are brave with gradients. I think, you know, there's hit or miss all the time, but you're being brave. And I like when people are just brave. So good job with that. Okay, let's do, I think we have time for one more before we jump back into your kind of, we'll wrap up with you. So why don't we check out, let's check out this one. Okay, here we go. Again, another money wallet type app, maybe some sharing, some banking, some future of banking app seems to be the theme. Okay.
I see. Oh, this one, I love the white background, the cleanliness of it. I'm digging it.
I'm liking the rounded, it feels very, very future. It feels really like these cards are coming up at me, and
it has that
clean.
What do you call that? Neomorphism?
New neomorphic. You know what? I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
But yes, I know exactly what you mean, and it's definitely drawing from some of that. Well, we just made a bunch of shadows, or we made one shadow in your design, Pablo. There's a lot of shadows happening here. Yeah. And I think the one thing to just take note of, just like we kind of talked about before with spacing, it's cohesiveness. And so if you're going to create a shadow to be used on different or similar type elements, you want that shadow to be fairly similar all across the board. Because that's definitely probably the most distracting thing for me right now. Yeah, but that's something.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I think the shadows could be a little bit like lighter. It has this really soft thing going on for them, where it's just like it feels like the elements are like floating and they're just like there in the air. But I think they could be just a little bit lighter, reduce the opacity, and I think they might look a little bit better, at least on the cells. Yes. On the cells, on the rows. You can apply that, and also see where you can get rid of the shadow. Not everything has to have a shadow. Okay, Great point. Maybe Great some point. Stuff like, hey, maybe it's just a light border. Maybe it's like, for example, the search bar. I don't know if the search bar needs a shadow, to be honest. Like, I try to see in what places you can reduce the shadow. In that way, if you put shadows on everything, then it stops being special. Yeah. But if you add shadows here and there on elements, then you're saying like, hey, this is floating, this is important, this is getting closer to you. But if everything is jumping at you because everything is just like jumping out of the UI, then like you don't pay attention to anything. So you want to create that hierarchy between the elements, the ones that have shadow and the ones that don't. And maybe it's interactions that bring out the shadows when you actually press on them, or when you drag them or something, and then they feel like they float and they come closer to you. So just like be mindful of like, when are you, ask yourself, am I overdoing it? And then and duplicate your design on XD, and it's like, try different things, like, then you're gonna find out, you know what, actually cleaner or simpler was actually better. So like, try to challenge yourself on reducing, edit down the stuff that you don't need.
I agree completely. And another thing you can do is something you can do when you're not sure what is the most prominent feature on your screen. Just kind of look away from it for a second and then come back to it and see what's being literally popping out at you. So I have friends who like squint their eyes. They're like, what can I see even from far away or whatnot? But I think you said it perfectly about the shadows here. Yeah. Not everything needs them. Okay, let's keep, I think, I think that is great. I think I want to just talk to one more amazing thing that's going on in the Adobe community. It's the Adobe Creative Residency Community Fund. So again, COVID's hard. especially for everybody, but especially for creatives who maybe haven't fully come into their own yet. And so there is a residency program giving right now, applications kind of coming in through 2020, and it's really something special. So if you know anybody who is in need for some extra project funds or wants a grant, there is one going on through Adobe, and so we just want to make you aware of it. And yeah, so it's awesome. And you moderators, throw that in the chat. We have a lot of creatives watching, and we want to take care of each other here. So that's what we have to share over here. And why don't we wrap up with you, Pablo, and kind of see where we're at right before we head out.
Yeah, come over here. Like, can you see my screen now?
We're coming over.
Come over here.
Stop sharing. Nice.
Cool. So over here, I'm finishing adding color to this. So good guy. I want to see how it looks with color. So let's I started like putting together the shapes for this. So now let's give it a little bit of color here. Let me reduce the size of you cannot see it, but my Zoom screen is in the middle of the design. Okay, now let's put it on the back. Boom, baby.
Nice. Oh, look at him.
Yes, he's so happy. So something is not right here. What's going on? This guy is not centered. Why is this not centered? Let's center this dude. There you go. Now it's getting centered. That's what's going on. Something weird was happening. So we're almost there. Look at this. And we even added a footer.
Nice.
Un, dos. Let's do un, dos. Un, dos.
Nose. Look at the nose.
Uno, dos. We could also add some color to the hair, but let's leave it as that for now. And that's it. It's close to what we intended to do. Almost there. Like, let's look at our wireframe or like sketch. Just a hero section with people dancing, and like a section with like I don't know, some kind of weird UI where you play and then you see like different people or different characters or different themes. And then something that resemble kind of like a beat machine that is playing on top of a sample. And then, boom, a dude just inviting you to collab. So let's see it. Now it's here. Just like we have the people who are dancing here. Look at them. They're so happy. This person even took off their shoes. They're like, yeah, no shoes for me, my friend. And then the next one, we have the UI with the weird thing that you play. And we have this really cool band that you should all listen to. It's called Subpar. Explore your space. And then once you start playing, then the UI changes. That's what's happening here. You play here, and then this collapses, and then starts playing. And then we have this one that is like you start playing. Maybe I'm imagining that you're playing a sample. Maybe you select it, and then you can press on these buttons, and then it just like it's always in sync. The different samples that you're playing on top of the main sample below. And then this dude, and you know what? I think this text should be white, and this button should be black. What do you think?
I love it because it's the CTA.
Yeah, let's get the CTA some attention.
Some more attention. Love it.
And that's it. That's oh yeah, and I added a little footer really quickly. So look at those all that level. It looks like this guy is on top of the footer, and it's also holding this sign.
Oh my gosh.
It's telling you collaborate anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just very simple. Like on this one, I use just a stack. Also, this is pretty cool, by the way. I press Command D, duplicate. Look at that.
Yep, just pushes
I didn't have
it on
to do
over.
the spacing or anything. It's just like, I don't know, social. There you go. Now we have another link.
Love it.
And then we can just center it. Boom. That's pretty much it.
That's awesome. That was great. And we went straight from all of these illustrations were created in Fresco.
Yes.
Just right on an iPad, brought them through the Adobe funnel of products, back to XD.
Yeah.
Really doing full circle here. This is awesome. We did so much these last 2 days. I don't know if you caught the first one, and good for you. We did so many great things. If you didn't, go check it out. We did some awesome drawing. We got to see a little bit of Pablo's work with blush, and how that really works in Illustrator. And we brought it all over into XD today. So it was quite a journey. I'm glad we did it together. And look at those. I mean, look at these sketches. Like, we did this in Fresco, for crying out loud.
Yeah, Fresco. We made
Adobe once.
And then we turned into this.
Look at that.
How cool. How cool was that? Yeah. Super excited, super happy, super excited to see how people like start using these other tools and combining them into their design. So don't be afraid to combine the tools and get a little bit crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pablo, for this. This has been a really great 2 days. And if you guys are inspired by everything that you've seen today, go check out Pablo on his socials. Go follow him. He's only got more of these awesome illustrations surrounding him. I think of you as just like this guy with like doodles constantly around him all day, just floating in the air. This is great. Yeah.
If you want illustrations, if you're feeling lazy, you can also use this tool that we were mentioning before. It's Blush, and you can bring them to your Adobe XD file. You can just download them and then just use them. Seriously, it's pretty cool.
That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
This has really been awesome. I hope you guys had I hope you had a fun time, Pablo. We really got through a lot here.
I did. Thank you so much. This was awesome. And yeah, if you want to add me on social medias or tag me or something, just add Pablo Stanley, and I would love to see what you create. If you create any doodles like this with Fresco or something, please tag me. I want to see them. I'm always happy to see that stuff.
I think you inspired a whole different branch of designers over here who maybe weren't as brave to go into the doodling, and now there's no excuse, y'all. Just keep working at it. But this has really been great. So this has been a 2-day stream with Pablo Stanley. Thank you all for joining. Stay tuned. The Adobe Creative Challenge, again, will be right after this with Peter. And keep it out there. All right. We'll see you later.
Thank you.